Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I am Laiba. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic for every English learner. The topic is stop memorizing. Today, let's move to the video. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe.
Now, maybe you are thinking, memorizing helps me learn English. Or maybe you spend hours remembering English sentences, vocabulary lists, or grammar rules. But when it is time to speak, your mind suddenly becomes blank. If this happens to you, don't worry. You are not alone. Many English learners understand English, but they still cannot speak confidently. And one big reason is memorization. In today's podcast, we will understand why memorizing English is not the best method, why many learners feel stuck, and what you should do instead to speak English naturally and confidently. And don't worry, I will explain everything in very simple and easy English so everyone can understand. So relax, listen carefully, and let's start today's interesting podcast. So now let's talk about the biggest mistake many English learners make. And that mistake is memorizing too many sentences. Many students believe that if they memorize hundreds of English sentences, they will become fluent speakers. At first, this method looks helpful. For example, maybe you memorize sentences like, "How are you? My name is Ali. I am fine. Nice to meet you." And yes, in the beginning, this can help a little. But the real problem starts when the conversation changes. Imagine someone asks you an unexpected question like, "What did you do yesterday? What are your future plans? Why do you want to learn English?" Now suddenly, your mind stops working. Why? Because you memorized English, but you did not learn how to create your own sentences. This is exactly why many learners feel frustrated. They study English for months or even years, but still cannot speak naturally. Another problem is that memorized English sounds robotic. It does not sound natural or confident. Real conversations are never exactly the same. People ask different questions, people speak in different styles, and if your brain only depends on memorized lines, you will always feel nervous during real communication. English is not only about remembering words. English is a skill. Just like driving, swimming, or playing cricket, you improve by practice, not by memorizing. So if you truly want fluency, you must stop depending only on memorization and start using English in real life. Now let's understand why memorizing English does not work for a long time. Many learners spend hours memorizing vocabulary lists, grammar rules, or full conversations. But after a few days, they forget most of it. Have you ever experienced this? You study hard today, but next week you cannot remember the same sentences clearly. This happens because memorization is temporary. Your brain remembers information for a short time, but if you do not use English naturally, the information slowly disappears. Another big problem is translation. When learners memorize English, they usually also translate everything in their mind. For example, they first think in Urdu or Hindi, and then try to change it into English. This makes speaking very slow, and during conversation, your brain becomes confused and stressed. That is why many students say, "I know English, but I cannot speak fast." Memorization also increases fear. Why? Because learners become afraid of forgetting words or making mistakes. They want every sentence to be perfect. But real communication is not about perfection. It is about expressing your ideas. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine someone memorizes cricket commentary every day, but never actually plays cricket. Will that person become a great cricket player? Of course not, because skills improve through practice, not through memorization only. English works the same way. You cannot become fluent just by storing sentences in your memory. You become fluent when you start listening, thinking, speaking, and using English naturally in daily life. So remember this important line. Memorization may help you pass a test, but practice helps you speak confidently. Now let's talk about something very interesting. How do native speakers learn a language? Think about a small child. Does a baby memorize grammar books? No. Does a child study hundreds of vocabulary lists before speaking? No. Children learn language naturally. First, they listen. They hear simple words every day from their parents, family, and people around them. Words like, water, food, come here, sit down, good job. Then slowly they start repeating those words. At first, their sentences are not perfect. Sometimes children make many mistakes, but nobody stops them. Nobody says, your grammar is wrong. Stop speaking. And because they practice daily without fear, they slowly become fluent. This is how language learning naturally works. Native speakers learn through listening, repeating understanding patterns, and using language again and again, not through memorization. And this is exactly what English learners should also do. You do not need difficult words in the beginning. You do not need perfect grammar all the time. You simply need regular exposure to English, listen to English daily, read simple English, speak small sentences, repeat useful patterns, and most importantly, use English in real situations. Because language is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So remember this powerful idea. Languages are learned by using them, not by memorizing them. Now, the most important question is, if memorizing is not the right method, then what should you do instead? Let's understand simple and practical steps. 1. Learn English patterns, not full sentences. Instead of memorizing long sentences, learn small patterns. For example, I want to, I need to, I like to, I am going to. Now you can create many sentences yourself. I want to learn English. I want to travel. I want to improve my speaking. This is real learning. 2. Speak a little. Every day, you don't need perfect English. Even 5 to 10 minutes speaking practice is enough. You can talk to yourself. Describe your day. Speak in front of a mirror. The goal is not perfection. The goal is fluency. 3. Think in simple English. Start thinking in very basic English. For example, I am hungry. I need water. I am tired. Do not translate from your language every time. Slowly, your brain will start thinking in English automatically. 4. Use small sentences. Many learners make a mistake. They try to speak long and difficult sentences. But fluency starts with short sentences. Short and clear sentences are powerful. For example, instead of a long sentence, say, I am learning English. I like English. I practice daily. Simple is strong. Main idea of this section: do not memorize English like a robot. Learn English like a skill. When you follow these methods daily, your speaking confidence will slowly improve. And remember, consistency is more important than perfection. Now, the most important question is, if memorizing is not the right method, then what should you do instead? Let's understand simple and practical steps. 1. Learn English patterns, not full sentences. Instead of memorizing long sentences, learn small patterns. For example, I want to, I need to, I like to, I am going to. Now you can create many sentences yourself. I want to learn English. I want to travel. I want to improve my speaking. This is real learning. 2. Speak a little every day. You don't need perfect English. Even 5 to 10 minutes speaking practice is enough. You can talk to yourself. Describe your day. Speak in front of a mirror. The goal is not perfection. The goal is fluency. 3. Think in simple English. Start thinking in very basic English. For example, I am hungry. I need water. I am tired. Do not translate from your language every time. Slowly, your brain will start thinking in English automatically. When you follow these methods daily, your speaking confidence will slowly improve. And remember, consistency is more important than perfection. Now, I want to talk to you very honestly. Learning English is not easy at the beginning. And if you are struggling, it is completely normal. Many learners stop speaking because they are afraid of mistakes, afraid of wrong grammar, afraid of people judging them. But listen carefully. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are part of learning. Even native speakers made mistakes when they were children. So you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. If you can speak even a few simple sentences every day, you are already improving. And remember this very important point. Fluency does not come from perfection. It comes from practice. Do not wait for the perfect moment to speak English. Start now, even if your English is broken, because broken English today can become fluent English tomorrow. Confidence will come slowly, but it will come. So believe in yourself, stay patient, and keep practicing every day. You are doing better than you think. So today, we learned something very important. We learned that memorizing English sentences is not the best way to become fluent. Instead, we should learn simple patterns. Practice speaking daily. Think in English and use English in real life. English is not about remembering perfect lines. It is about communicating your ideas clearly. So from today, try to stop memorizing full sentences. Start building your own sentences. Start practicing little by little every day. And remember this final line: do not memorize English, live English. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to comment. What is your biggest problem in learning English? Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.